regardless of what's in this dev note, remember guys, we have this. Yes. Yes. Yes, we do. We have this. No matter what's in the dev note, we have this. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Literally, I should just end the video right there. What's going on, guys? It is your boy Cash, and thankfully to my boy Ash letting me know that there's actually a dev note in this, because all I saw was that. I was like, oh, there's a costume. All right, whatever. I was like, oh, that must be all there is. But, you know, I haven't heard of this, even being in the Knights Chronicle Content Creator program. I actually didn't know that there was this, there was going to be another big thing coming to the game. So this is a big surprise to me. So let's read it together. Let's figure it all out. So the first thing that they're going to be talking about is something called the Ancient Labyrinth. The Ancient Labyrinth is a content. Oh wait, I was like, did I mess that up and say continent? No, it is a content that continuously displays 3 doors, and the players will have to select one to explore the Ancient Labyrinth. Enemies and rewards will change depending on which door you choose, so please decide carefully. Alrighty, that sounds great for me as a content creator. We can be like, what's in the left, what's in the right, what's in the middle? I have no idea. They should have shown some pictures. It would have been nice to see like a rough draft of it, but you know, it's also good to not show stuff that's not finalized. So yeah, let's not hype on stuff we don't know what it is or how far along it is. Meanwhile, Luna tickets along with various items that will help you grow can be acquired on the boss stage of the Ancient Labyrinth. Now, I love how they say various items that will help you grow. So I'm thinking that they're alluding to Awakening Essence, and I did scroll down this thing, and I do know there's 2 new awakenings. So I'm assuming they are gonna have to pick it up a little bit. If they, like I said, I don't mind like the, what was it, the White Knights versus the Black Knights. It was just so short, and it just seemed like they were testing something, and I think that should have been more, you know, transparent to the community of what they were doing. It just seemed like it was very random. But like I said, I don't mind the way that Awakened Essences are right now. I don't mind it as much, only if they keep doing events that give them to you at a good rate. That's the only reason why, like, because I don't think that you should be spending money to make your unit slightly better. That's why I don't approve of the costumes. They don't do much, but it's just like, still, you should be able to grind for stuff like that. Anywho, added a summon to acquire Luna conclusively, using Luna tickets, so that players who lack skill enhancements on their heroes will now have a chance to raise the skill levels of the heroes through the Ancient Labyrinth content. So if you do this content and it gives you Luna tickets, which seem to be somewhat guaranteed, that was great, because if you think about the collab units, if you guys played during the collab, it kind of sucks because you were summoned for this, and this is a thing that I'll give them credit for, because what this is them allowing you not to have to constantly summon. I've always advised against this, but now you really won't have to constantly summon to get a character 666. And besides that being the devil's number, it is really great that you can have a different avenue to get that done. It might take longer. We don't know how often this resets. I think it did not tell us how much it reset. I mean, it could, but at even whatever the rate is, you know, and it's only going to be a Luna. So remember, Lunas are an element, so I would love to only get Fire Luna so I can max out my Roy, max out my Natsu, you know. I would, and by the way, if you guys have Lunas, I would suggest that you use them on collab units before, and then other than that, then use them on other units, because you can still at the moment get skill enhancements from just summoning, but you can't get the collab unit. So that's why I kind of prioritize them a little bit more. In order to progress more in the labyrinth, you should take advantage of the lantern effect. If the lantern is bright, it will have a beneficial effect on the hero. Where did they say hero? I wonder if that's just a typo on hero or heroes. On the other hand, if the lantern is dark, it will have a detrimental effect on the hero. This sounds very similar to the thing that is in Epic 7 at the moment, and also Darkest Dungeon, which is where I think Epic 7 even got it from. It's like you're in some type of dungeon, and the longer you're in there, or, you know, depending on what happens in there, you will, you know, pretty much it will make it worse or harder for you. Lanterns are deducted by default when navigating through the labyrinth. This is literally Epic 7. But if fuel acquisition conditions are met, the lantern will not be reduced and will be charged instead. Now that would be the difference if you guys are my Epic 7 people that like to cross watch, which is probably not many of you, but that is interesting because the only thing that you could do with Epic 7 is just the camp. That's the only way you can do that. If there is a way that we as a community can figure out a way to constantly keep us in this labyrinth to get the maximum rewards, I would give them a lot of kudos for allowing us to do that. That will allow us to get these Luna tickets and really allow us to grind, because that's kind of what I want from the game. I want to be able to grind and it feel like it's something cool. The only good grind in the game that you kind of feel good about is working towards the Advent dungeons. So if this is the next version of the Advent dungeon, which is something that you're inspiring to grind towards, I think that that'd be great. Additionally, upon selecting any, oh no, I apologize. I'm just gonna go through this real quick. I forgot. I don't want to re-talk about everything because that was a lot that I was saying and I kind of like what I was saying. But here you guys can read. I biggie sized it. I know you guys probably have access to this, but I want to make it a thing that I always make sure these things are big and readable so you guys can see them and you can read along with me as I'm reading and pointing out stuff. Sorry about that. We hope that you use diverse heroes you've grown to acquire Luna tickets and other various awards in the labyrinth. Oh yeah, additionally, upon selecting any door, you get a chance to acquire a small amount of lantern. All right, so, and by any chance, you might meet the rich man's daughter. The only rich person in the game, I think, is Isabel. And maybe Isabel you could sell. I mean, that'd be cool. I think that they can nail this. I think that this ancient labyrinth, I think this is a good thing, and I think they might nail it. Just make it purely like free. I don't want to say free to play, but just make it purely a grind fest. Just make it a grind fest. Don't touch it. Just let it be a grind fest. Give the community stuff that they can't spend money to like get around it. That is what the game needs, because if it's something based on costumes, even if you don't like costumes, if it's something that is purchasable to get around, the conversation is dead. You just, oh, how do you beat that? Oh, just spend some money, then that's it. But when you have, how do you beat that? Oh man, I've been trying this, that, and the third. And that is a better conversation, and it lasts longer, to be completely honest with you. That's what you want. You want people to talking about it, failing, messing up, just don't know what's going on, and just constantly talking and discussing it. It's definitely a great revival technique as far as like keeping people interested in the game and then getting people back interested in the game when they see these complex, really cool ways of getting around to things. And then when it's like, oh, I don't think, you know, newer players like, I don't think I can get to that place, and then you show them how they get to that spot. Like, I don't know, I think that's better. But if you just be like, well, how do you get there? It's like, oh, you just spend $20. I don't think that you're gonna do too well with that. Now the guild battle, good luck. Let's see what they're doing with the guild battle. Guild battle is one of the hardest things to really revive because it's really rough because it's just been there, and I think specifically, but depending on how this is worded, I might be interested in getting back into it, or even leaving my guild, or completely starting mine over from scratch or something like that, like deleting everybody and having only good people. We'll see. First is the change to the defense matching logic. From the current top guilds, mostly attacks are successful, but the defenses may fail. Therefore, the rank of the current top guilds will be based according to how many defenses have been played and how many times. In other words, there is a part where the matchmaking is determined by the number of defense matches, so the defense matching logic is improved to equalize the defense match count as much as possible for guilds of a similar level. So far, I don't care about that. That just has nothing to do with me. I'm more about it being actually fun and interesting. Like the matchmaking of it, I don't care, because it's just, you're gonna have good matchups and bad matchups, and you know, I'm sure it does what it can do. It's more about the rewards and how fun it is, the actual application of how it works. Secondly, it applies to the discrimination against attack victories. We'd like to improve the ability to distinguish the victory of an attack in deciding the ranking of the guild. As mentioned earlier, the majority of the top guilds succeed in attacks, aka most people win, but they'll lose when they get attacked because of the fact that it's very easy to win in the guild war because you're not actually fighting someone. In Epic 7, you are fighting against them. In Summoner's War, the guild battle works the same way like it does in Knights Chronicles, but they have the guild war, or the siege, guild siege, or whatever the hell it's called, I forgot. That works, you know, you're fighting against multiple people, so that one only a certain person can win. The way that these ones work, it's like you can attack and you can win on your side, and they attack and they win on their side, and it's like, well, they both technically won, so whatever. Since the ranking was determined based on the success of the defense phase, the part of the active play is lacking in determining the rank. For this reason, the next update will allow you to earn bonus points based on the number of stars you've earned more than your goal to achieve a better sense of victory over the attack phase. I'm almost 100% sure if I were to go back and look at my video, like, not even to be a dick, but I'm pretty sure that I mentioned this back in my first Guild War. When they first implemented Guild War, I said that that's something that they should do. Because before, the Guild Wars used to end, right? Once you got 60 stars, the Guild War ended and people were pissed. They were pissed off. So mad, because you would just be like, oh, we won already, guys. Oh, did I get to attack and get rewards? No. But I said one of the cool things would it be if they were actually to cut to have it that the more stars you got, the more rewards you got, so it made it better to keep the war open and have more people attack and actually be caring about winning and how they win. And now they do it. For example, if you have target 60 stars and you get 70, you will acquire an additional 2 points. If you got 80, you will acquire an additional 4 points. If you got 90, you get an additional 6. The additional points mentioned may vary depending on balance. Okay. Finally, guild battle penalty effect will be reinforced. Every week, guild battle penalty heroes are chosen, but most of the players ignore them and still use the heroes because no one cares. Since it's the development team's intention to use a more diverse team, penalties effects will be enhanced in the next update. This should just be taken out. It's because it just doesn't matter. Like, you don't, it's why the arena bans and the guild battle bans are pointless. They're just annoying and it just annoys people. That's why they say most people ignore it, because they don't care. They just don't care. Either the unit is just still strong or they'll avoid it, which you can say, oh, we're making them use more diverse teams, but that's not really what that's happening. They're just trying to cheat the system. That's how it feels. It's not as more as that you should reward them for doing something like, you know, like actually this is cool because every other game, most of the time you can use your heroes multiple times, and this one you can't. So they should allow you some type of bonus for like using this, like certain characters or something like that. They do kind of do that, but they more focus on banning characters, giving you a penalty for using certain characters, and the same thing, which is just, it's just whack. Like even in arena, yeah, you get more points for using these characters, which are usually the newer characters or the characters that just got a costume. But maybe if you force them into a certain comp or something like that, or you know, win under a certain condition, or this character can't die, something more interesting than just you can't use that character, sorry. There's a lot of ways that they can improve on that, just saying. Arena UI reorganize. This is the UI. We reposition the information according to this is always good. That's just a quality of life change. Loading page improvement. Knights Chronicle is a character collecting game. Oh, I was like, where's the rest of it? There are various, because the way that this was bolded, I was kind of confused. There are various heroes who are full of personality, but it's also true that it's difficult to recognize heroes at the beginning of the game. In addition, we have reorganized the rating enhancement. In the next update, we will be able to introduce heroes on the loading page, making it easier for them to get attached and recognized. The loading page? I'm not too sure what that means, what this means. Convenience reorganization. Item descriptions have been revised and the acquisition location of the item can be checked along with the item description. Additionally, we have reorganized the hero enhancement UI to make it easier to identify the materials needed for a hero enhancement. We've also reorganized, this is a bunch of UI stuff. So, quality of life stuff. And then lastly, is just the epilogue. The update we introduced is scheduled for mid-June, which is probably we would have to go by saying like, you know, if it's saying mid-June, so it's probably either next week, which they've done that before. It's like, oh, it's mid-June, it's next week, or it could be in 2 weeks. I would prefer if it's in 2 weeks, so you can kind of like start saving up for it a little bit, since there's no new character coming here, and I kind of want to buy Tyrone and just, you know, be left alone. just want to admire the skin by myself. So yeah, at least they're telling us when it is. So if you're hyped for this stuff, you can save up. But yeah, we are grateful for your support, and in addition to the previous things we mentioned, we have prepared various rewards. In addition, we have prepared various types of convenient and interesting events. We would like to invite you to participate in our first anniversary update, and finally we will sign off with some new information for the update, and I guess they're just showing you these 2 skins. Now, remember, this is their anniversary first. What I would like, if they're going to be doing that, maybe they'll actually give you enough Awakened Essences that you can actually get 2 of these. Or if they can prove, and this is completely biased because I am a day 1 player, if they gave you enough Awakened Essences, if you were, you know, OG, that you can get all of them. But you know, that's asking for too much. I know it's asking for too much. So yeah, again, this is the development team of Knights Chronicle. Until next time, thank you. Now, they don't say, like, you can't click on this, so I'm assuming people are assuming that these are awakenings, because if I'm going to double check, and I am going to double check right now, let me double check that these names match up, because when they do awakenings, let me just show you guys something. Here we go. When they do awakenings, it's the same name. Gritty Girl Fighter Ruby is how her name is in the game, and Supernatural Girl Esna. So here's the drum roll, please. I know some of you guys probably already know, but I don't know. So we're gonna go and we're gonna see if it matches in game. Well, it's actually cool that it actually, I don't know, I just thought it was cool while it's loading, it actually kind of matches almost my background picture. That looks cool, right? But it's actually like the game, like you see it's loading up there. That's so cool. Like it's almost like the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm wasting your time. Also, quick question, who plays this mini game? Who does it? Let me know, because I sure don't. Moment of truth, you guys ready? Let's go. I know she's in here right here, so her name needs to be, for this to be correct, the Charming Destroyer. Here we go. Hey, okay, just official. So it is official. Just had to make sure, because I actually didn't know what her name was. So yes, Charming Destroyer and the Troubleshooter confirmed. So these are awakening skins. So that's the way that you guys can tell, by the way. If the names have to match up. If it says something different, it's a costume. Because they didn't say in here whether or not which was what. So what are you guys most excited about? I'm definitely excited about the Labyrinth. I can care less about the Awakenings because I'm gonna do my Ruby no matter what, unless they give us a buttload of Awakening. So let me know what you guys think. I'll be firing off in the comment section, and I hope that, you know, I'm looking forward. I hope this is definitely the make or break for this game for me. Because if Overhit is godlike, and I definitely want to start covering a lot more games, this has to hit the nail. This has to be the best iteration of the game, period. Has to knock me off my feet. So let me know where you guys are at with the game, how you liking it. Is this something that's going to pull you back, especially if you're not familiar with what's going on in the game? Let me know. Sound off in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Also, like I said in my Epic 7 video, Overhit first try video coming soon. We're gonna try it out. See what it's like.